Hello and welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared and today we're doing a special unboxing of the latest Kickstarter delivery from Mindclash Games. This is Perseverance Castaway Chronicles episodes 1 and 2. This was Mindclash has been known for really heavy, really thinky, complicated games like Tricurion, Cerebria, Anachrony, which is the time travel one, right? Well, this, I believe, is also time travel, but it's more about humans and dinosaurs living together, so maybe an alternate timeline. This is another huge box, which I'm sure has tons of content and inserts and all of that. And you can see right here on the box all the names of the people that worked on this to make it happen. I'm super excited to get my hands on this, and I know you guys are looking forward to seeing what's inside. So we're going to take a look. I just want to read the names here that's attributed to designing it. We've got Viktor Peter, Richard Amann, David Turczi, Thomas Vande Ginste, and Wolf Plancke. All right. I mean, just look at how thick that is. If I can turn it over for a moment, we can look at what's on the back. It says there's 8 leader miniatures, 2 different sculpts for each leader, 64 soldier miniatures, 64 dinosaur miniatures, and it breaks them down right here. Completely replayable campaign mode. I guess campaign 1 is 90 minutes, campaign 2 is 120 minutes, ages 15 and up, and I don't know if that's just for the complexity's sake or if that's content. And it's for 1 to 4 players, so you can solo this. The Deluxe Edition. This all-in Deluxe Edition of Perseverance Castaway Chronicles includes 2 games that can be played standalone or consecutively in a replayable campaign, with the Chronicle expansion, both multiplayer and solo, with a dedicated solo variant. This edition comes in a box that contains every miniature and unique component available, including a limited edition neoprene dice tray. That's cool. There's a journal art and storybook, painted temple miniature, 20 painted metal tracker tokens in 5 different designs, 30 squishy glowberry resources. We've got the modular tray system. We've got 38 custom dice and 113 structure miniatures like camps and watchtowers, walls, rally marker, and settlements. There's a lot to look at here, you guys. So let's, without further ado, pop this thing open and carefully cut it out here. And we'll take a look at everything. Nice, clean, brand new game. Okay, all the wrapping is off. Here we go. All right, we've got some baggies on top, which I'm sure they know you're gonna need. This is a dice tray, so they've got it wrapped up here in the cardboard roll. So here's what that looks like. We see people fighting with axes and guns and whatnot against the dinosaurs, and then on the back part here we see the encampment and some other dinosaurs attacking, which looks kind of like the design of the top of the box. Now, because of all the little buttons here, it looks like you can choose which side you want to roll with. You have the options on how you want to button this thing, so whichever side you want, you got options. It's good. But yeah, it works like that. It's neoprene, as you can see. Very cool. Set that aside just for that game, huh? All right, Perseverance Castaway Chronicles Memoirs of a Survivor. Glossary, looks like that's going to be rule books in here. And then we start getting into some of the trays. All right, so let's open this here and take a look. Just kind of go straight on down into the content. My floor is going to be covered in plastic and cardboard in just a minute. It's going to be great. Cleanup time and then sorting time. All right, do a quick flip through here. All right, memoirs, the journal, the dissenters, another little board here. Camilla, Narek, and solo assembly, in-game scoring. two different ways to do it. I don't know, the color difference. Dino Attack Combat Rewards. That's just going to be one-sided here. A lot of iconography, like a lot of their games. Specifically like Anachrony. I see these icons here that kind of remind me of how they did Anachrony icons. Alright, this is the Outpost offer. Okay, probably for items that you can acquire from the Outpost. We have a thing we got to build here for tracking numbers of points or health or that sort of thing. Maybe these are points as well. We've got some cardboard standees for some characters in here. We've got a little token there. I wonder if this is like which direction to pass cards or something like that. I don't remember. Don't want to lose it though. Okay, this is the how to set up your trays and how to sort everything before your first game. This is more useful than you know. Like, especially this part where you're trying to figure out how it all actually fits. All of this is key to these types of organizers. And honestly, if you don't have the Deluxe Edition box, I don't know how you're actually going to sort everything and get it to the table regularly without the organization of it. So here's the episodes Chronicle rulebook, and this is play after episodes 1 and 2. So just a quick flip, but I'm not going to show you what everything is specifically. Spoilers. The rulebook start here, 2 episodes in a box. Episode 1, of course, this will be the rulebook to check out first, and this is how the board kind of lays out. And then the one underneath is for episode 2, playing after episode 1, of course. And we see that here. And the icon glossary, always very helpful. So far, you know, I'm impressed because I know this is similar to how a lot of their other rulebooks look. Then we have another solo rulebook designed by David Turczi or with John Albertson. And it's just as thick as the normal rules, so there's a lot to discover in this game already. Let me set these aside and we'll get into some of the components. So this, in here I see some potential walls, yellow and blue. So these can just stand upright. They are all the same except for these little ones. These are like kind of pyramid structures, but I think this is like a huge scale for the dinosaurs, I'm sure, because this, I see steps on it, meaning the people are like this tiny, like ants. So these walls are going to be, I mean, 50 feet tall in perspective. Okay, so yellow and blue walls and little pyramids there. Put the little tray on top, lid. We have some plastic bases. Got blue, red, and kind of a green-ish. These are all just the bases for your plastic miniatures. So I'm sure those will have to be put on before your start of the game. Hopefully the miniatures will stay in their positions with the bases on them. I don't know. I see some tokens here, some of the yellow discs. And let's see what these look like. Yep, these are the squishy Glowberries. And I gotta say, that is cool. There's a lot of detail on this. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a pineapple-y raspberry berry type of thing. And it's got a stem on it, really tiny, but essentially like you just want to hold them and squeeze them together because they're kind of rubbery and they squish. So I like that. Reminds me of the Everdell ones, but this is a little bit different. Definitely more squishy. How many times can I say squishy, right? All right, so this is the same as the others, but in red and green for the walls and stuff. So we have this separating page, nothing on it. We are starting to see some miniatures. Okay, what's this one? I see some dinosaurs. So this guy, you can see his tail. You can see he's got kind of a spike mohawk down his back. You know, I like that. We see this one, which is on 4 legs, quadruped, but similar. I would say it's a very similar dinosaur, if not the same. So essentially what I see is 2 sculpts of the same dinosaur in here. And so this one, is it taped? Yeah. Taped. This one, I see all the same, I think. And they've got a purple base. He's got a cool little helmet head type thing going on. Also quadruped, very large, based on the scale we're working with, of course. And they sit all nicely in there. And then we've got in baggies, there's some people. Different colors, don't know the difference yet. Okay. So all of these are the same sculpt. So it's kind of like soldiers, if you will. A bunch of them, a lot of them. So I'm gonna just put them back in the bag for now. And we'll take a look at the other sculpt and the other color. And I'm seeing he's got like a knife maybe that they're holding. So again, lots of the same sculpt. Kind of rotate so you can see. Whoop, there they go. He's got a shield, which is cool, and helmet, and a pickaxe type of thing. But otherwise, got a bunch of them in this bluish color. Gonna see if I can fit this back in before we move on. I don't know if this is where they're gonna end up being, but it's where they started. Smush. Okay. We have another separating page. Okay. I see some artwork, maybe player boards here. They are dual layer. So, I don't know if you can tell, but you've got dual layer for tokens that can sit in here. You got the different shape for different stuff, helpful. Kiani, Jack, Adelita, and Phoenix. And they do have some differences here. Let's see, what's the back? The A side and the B side. Yeah, so I think the B side is kind of the preferred side that has variable abilities or variable starting stuff, based on what I can see with these areas there, and even in the corner a little bit. Plus it's the dual side. The back, the A side, which is standard, is just flat because it doesn't have the dual on the back. So they encourage you clearly to try out the variable player powers. Important. All right, we've got a couple more disc bases, which I don't know why they didn't include them with the others, but they're in here. We have the plastic pieces that go in the dials. The dials will turn. Got 2 bags of them. Here's some miniatures. These are tiny. I believe these are your rally towers that you can put out to watch for dinosaurs. The hide, right? Lost World. Something like that. So that's a whole baggie of those. We've got cubes. Cubes in all colors here. Blue, green, red, and yellow. Let's see if I can take out a few. Okay. So you've got these plastic cubes. These actually feel in about the same size as like Dinosaur Island cubes. So if you're familiar with those, that's basically what these are. They're good quality, very functional, and color matching is on point. So far so good. Just gonna put those there. All right, set this here. We've got some character miniatures. I'll pull these out. I'll just show 2 at a time. You can take a look yourself. Okay. Then we got these 2. If I can get it. Okay. Hold those up to the camera. Do a little rotation. Okay. So we've seen these. Let me try to toss these in here for now. I'll have to go through it and sort it later anyway. Okay. Put that there. I have another tray of goodies. So, a lot of green bases for the standees. So if you want to use standees, you got a bag for those. We have purple ones for purple standees. We have blue ones for blue standees. Looks like more and more of the same here. Blue, yellow, red, green. So for player color, you got these. We have a really interesting metal temple, pyramid temple, if you will. And it's already painted. On the top, there's like a eagle head type thing. It's got a notch or 2 in the bottom, and otherwise, you know, you can see the green and the yellow gold type painted temple icon. It's metal, but it's not too weighted. Like, it's not too heavy, because otherwise this box just keeps adding, you're adding weight. Over here, I see kind of like the Dark Souls bonfire, but it's like a stake in the ground with a dinosaur head in it, right? Kind of like some ribbons flying off of them. I bet that's to track like rounds and that sort of thing. We have some more player characters here. She's shooting a like a net. She's carrying a bag. He's got a wrench. There's the pieces here. I like the look of all of these so far. They're really cool. I really wish that I had skill and time to paint miniatures, but I don't. But this would be really fun to paint. Or at least it'd be fun to play with them if they were painted. I should put it that way. Okay. Let me toss these back. And we'll move to the next tray of fun in the box. Another divider. More trays. This one feels quite heavy. I'm guessing there's some heavy components in here. Up first, we have some reference type cards that you're gonna need to remember how to play, or special actions and whatnot. Let me see if I can use my X-Acto to carefully cut this. Okay, a little maneuver there and we got it going. Turn sequences, dino attacks, assembly. So there's actually like 4 these cards per player or something like that. You can see that some of them, you know, have got their the person in the top left. So I don't know if that means they're going to show their custom abilities on these, or if it's just on the board, on their player board. But it's nice to have that they're labeled. We have scoring, I'm guessing. Yep. Scoring points, score pad, different stars here for difficulty. Do we have tape? Nope. All right. What is this? The Chronicle card errata pack. Please replace the 2 copies of Chronicle card 31 with these new copies that show the correct card name. Okay, well that's good. They caught it before final printing. Throw it in there, that kind of thing. So, put that aside. Let's look at these dice. These are chunky dice, and they're rounded, they're shiny, they're huge. They are about as big as Dinosaur Island, but because they're rounded, they may roll a little bit better or a little bit more. Each one kind of has some unique stuff. Of course, that's just a D6. Got a yellow with the dinosaurs. We got a white with the dinosaurs. We've got some icons here, and then a light blue one with some other icons. So all very situational. Okay. We have some metal pieces, and below it quite a few more dice. Okay. So I think this is points. 4 metal tokens here. So you can see. They've got weight. I mean, they're metal for sure. We've got metal, 4 of each of these metal pieces for each of these icons. And the backs are just a solid piece of metal. But it's like carved, right? It's not flat. It's cool. Production value, really nice, really nice. We got this kind of crescent shaped one. Okay. Imagine everyone gets one of these. Here's one that kind of resembles Star Trek. Okay. And then another set of 4 coins, also metal. And I think this is the same kind of token that I punched out earlier. That's the cardboard. So these are like the metal versions of that, for whatever that's worth. I'm gonna just consolidate these pieces into this one bag for now. A lot of organizing to do later, that's for sure. Alright, here we have a bag of dice. None of these are rounded, but they have some in player colors and then white ones as well for, you know, generic, I guess. Similar to, what was the, I don't know, Too Many Bones maybe? Like you got generic ones, you got custom ones, or your player color ones. Might break out the dice tray for this game, depending on how often you gotta roll these dice. We have 2 big old sets of cards and sneakily some small ones underneath. I wonder if sleeving them will still fit in this tray. Don't know. Maybe. Okay. Got that. Got that. Quite a few different types of cards in here. Great. Got this one. I won't be able to explain any of these other than to say this looks like scoring point type stuff, or people can score points on them for in-game. Yeah. Got these. Fronts and backs. Two that look like that. These are all kind of unique backgrounds, I think, just sort of identifying what the different types of icons that are represented to be scored on here. These are numbered, so I wonder if I can see that number 31 card. Did I already get past it? 15. All right, it's probably through here. If I see it, I'll remove it. Okay. We've got these cards here. It's got a 2 to 6 on here. I don't know what these do. But I'm showing them to you. You might know more than I do at this point. I haven't read all the rules or anything. There's the backs. Agendas for your characters. Lots to sleeve here. Lots to sleeve. Okay, there's that. It's dinosaur type cards here. Yeah, once again, everything is done through icons. So there's going to be some learning curve here to understand how all of this works. But once you know it, it shouldn't be too bad. But some of their games, man, you gotta like study them to be able to play. And if you haven't played them in a while, you gotta study them again because you forget. But hey, that's why I make these handy tutorials on the channel. So if you are interested in that, you can check those out, like Cerebria, which is a Mindclash game. Can I put these with the others? Now these are a little different. Different shade of blue and purples. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, I do a lot of tutorials on the channel, which are medium to heavyweight type games, with some lighter stuff thrown in occasionally. And of course, also on the channel, I do news, where I in summation, try to cover all the newest announcements of games, Kickstarters, crowdfunders, industry news, all that stuff. So every 2 weeks, cover everything that that you might want to know. So board game stuff, not TTRPG, not TCGs necessarily. I mean, occasionally I'll talk about it if it's a slower news week, but there's been so much content to talk about. These news videos keep getting longer and longer. But I don't really share like my thoughts on them. It's not like reviews or anything like that. It's strictly like just reporting what is out there, when it's coming, who's making it, all that kind of stuff. Just base level information, because there's always a lot to talk about. And I also try to make sure it's thorough and covers as much as I can. You might find that I end up talking about a lot of stuff that you've not heard of anyone else talking about, because I try to do that research, because I'm interested in that stuff. So I've got a lot of different color background cards here. I'm not going to sort them out yet, but you can just see what they are. Okay. So let me put those there, put that here. All right. So that's that. Put these out. That's that tray. Okay. Moving on, I see some more Dinosaur Miniatures. And we have some more standard miniature Meeple. This guy is the same that we already saw. He's got a, well, no, the other guy actually had a pickaxe. Yeah, this one actually has more of an axe and not a pickaxe, so let's just take a look at them, all right? Let's just do that. I don't make excuses as to not showing you something. Come on, you guys want to see the goods. All right, let me hold that up to the camera for you. It's got a shield out there, ready to do some melee combat against some dinosaurs, of which there are many. That's for sure. All right, and then we got these, which have a more of a white tint. to the plastic. Okay, that one fell. Gotta put these there. All right, there's that. All right, let's put those back here and see if they can fit back in that little container, and we'll look at some of these new dinosaurs. So we've got 2 sculpts, I think, maybe. I don't want to be, I gotta be gentle here. These are much thinner dinosaurs. Kind of like a Dilophosaurus, but without the big whatever that he comes out. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen Jurassic Park. Here's another one without as long of a tail. The other tails had kind of spikes on them. So this one's kind of shorter, no spike tail. But those are the 2 types that are in this tray set. All right, we have quite a bit of cardboard. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. All of that packaged together. It's heavy. Let's do this delicately. So, I'll just kind of show what the pieces are here. You've got the standees for all these characters that we've just seen the miniatures for. We see punch outs for the standees for all the dinosaurs that we've seen miniatures for. Same with this one. Same with this one. Okay, minus a few minor token differences on some of these prints. Okay. Ready to be punched. All right. Just put that in the bottom. All right. I've already started to punch some of these, it looks like. Got tiles here. We've got these that go on those that board that we first picked up. We have character type tiles. I wonder if that's just a way to randomize, or if they also have some additional features. Probably both, maybe. There's some more tiles, some triangle tokens here. We've got food. I see like cereal, can of beans, and carrots. More character tokens. Captain, chief mate, that sort of stuff. Okay. These popped out. Okay. We've got this one. I'm trying to, have you guys see as closely as possible what everything is, but you can always pause the video to take a closer look. Is sort of what I would recommend if you want to see more details, but just kind of going through everything. There's just a lot of content here. We have a number of these dials, Phoenix, Kiani, Jack, Adelita. So, you're going to need to make the spinning wheel dials for all of this with those plastic bits that we saw earlier. These are the cardboard token versions of the metal pieces that we also saw earlier. So you get everything. Let's just drop this back. All right. Then I'm guessing these are player boards, because you can't have a Mindclash game without player boards, it seems. I also picked up in this delivery the Tricerian big box with the Dalgard Academy, and I just spent like an hour going through that content, trying to fit it in the box. So, time to do it again with this one. Okay. All right. These are dual layer. Okay. You can kind of see the dual layer aspect here for the cubes, for the notches in here. Even this one up here, dual layer. Artwork. Let's see this one. So you've got your chief of security, chief mate, captain, chief steward, chief engineer, and then their abilities and stuff below that you track. I think I'm gonna need a bigger table to play this. These are huge player boards. Okay. And of course, we've got some fold out actual game boards, not just the player boards. Woo. Okay. Oh, that's upside down. All right. So there's the top half there where the tiles, the hex tiles can go. Dinosaurs come. And then you've got the bottom part here where you can go to gather and take actions and build things and etc. Very cool. And this is the 4-player side. I can turn this over. This is the 2 to 3 player side. Okay. All very nicely done. Very nice. Very big. Okay. And we have this board, which also has 4-player sides and 2 to 3 player sides. So here's the 2 to 3 player of the board. You see sustenance, military expansion, protection, and all this stuff below. And I'll flip it over. Take a look at this. This be the 4-player side. I like the colors. I think everything kind of is pleasant to look at. Everything stands out that you need to see. I don't feel like anything's kind of getting washed away in the background too much. Like, it's pretty clear what's happening and where tokens and things are gonna go. So I think it's just, in general, looks like a pretty well-designed board, but of course, we'll have to play and see how it works out with my first experience playing Perseverance. So, that is everything that I see in the box. So, I think this unboxing is coming to a close. Thank you for watching. I've been Jared from the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. Please stick around if you like the video. Maybe, subscribe, maybe come back for tutorials or podcast, or stick around for the news that I do covering important board gaming news. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.